Hi everyone, this is the PlanesTalkers here to give the new Commander 2016 review. This is Sean.
This is Rez.
And we are going to start with white. So let's bring up the Duelist Heritage is going to be the first card we're going to review here.
So Duelist Heritage is 2 generic and a white. Whenever one or more creatures attack you, you may have target attacking creature gain double strike until end of turn.
Yeah, so that clause of one or more creatures attacks, I do not like. That is the new Magic way of making it so that it does not trigger for each attacking creature. So you're not going to be getting very many double strike triggers off of this. I honestly do not like the card.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. I don't like it at all. I like the fact that it's an enchantment where it continues to trigger, but even then, it's not worth it to me.
Yeah, to me, this card, it's definitely a bulk card. It's almost like you would buy this deck that it's in and take the card out and replace it with something that is much better.
So what kind of deck would we see this card in if we had to put it in a deck?
The deck I would put this in would be a aggro commander deck where your commander themselves is the aggro aspect. So you're trying to start with one of the one-drop commanders that are the white-green ones or some of the other ones, and then you'll be trying to pump them up as fast as you possibly can and just one-shot somebody on turn 3 or 4.
Yeah, and to me, those kind of decks are never worthwhile in Commander. If I'm sitting down to a Commander game, I want it to be a 6-hour epic adventure, so I don't even think it comes anywhere near where I want to be.
Now we're going to go on to the next card that we're going to be reviewing. It is the Entrapment Maneuver. So this one is target player sacrifices an attacking creature. You create X/1/1 white soldier creature tokens where X is that creature's toughness.
And this is an instant. It costs 3 generic and a white. This one I actually do like.
Yes, I like this card a lot, actually. You do get a lot for it. It's a relatively bad... Like, if you take both aspects of the card, it is bad. But you put them together, the card actually turns fairly good. If you're playing against a commander group that plays a lot of big creatures, a lot of commander games do end up having some monstrous creature. It's like a 20/20 or 30/30 out there, or even bigger, or infinite.
Yeah.
And then you'll just get all these tokens. And sacrificing abilities are usually very strong.
Yeah, I really like the idea of completely transforming my board instantaneously. Where, oh no, I've got one big creature, you're going to be able to beat me. Oh look, now I've got 50 blockers. Have fun with that.
Yeah, this card does have a very major drawback in that the opponent gets to choose which attacking creature gets sacrificed. So yes, it can blow out your opponent, but you can also be pretty dead just this card sitting in your hand. It does not give you the option of sacrificing targeted creature.
Well, remember, this is target player, so you can choose yourself to sacrifice.
Yes, you can also choose your own creature to sacrifice, which is very nice.
And Wizards has been getting away from that in recent sets where they allow you or your opponent. There's a lot of target opponent cards. So the fact that they're allowing you to target yourself, I think is cluing us in that that's probably the strategy I'm going to be playing with it.
Yeah, it seems like new Magic cards are kind of more designed for that Mindslaver effect to not ever work again.
Yeah, Mindslaver seems to be becoming more and more popular, so we'll see where the future of that holds.
Yeah, when it's each opponent or an opponent, those seem to be very popular cards printed nowadays. This is really more of a throwback to those older styles of target player, not target opponent.
Which do you like more?
I always like target a player, but no one likes playing against Mindslaver. I mean, standard, there's the Emrakul, but Emrakul doesn't do much when your opponent has a fistful of cards that all say target opponent controls or target opponent. They don't do anything to them.
But if you're going to have an awesome ability like an Emrakul where you're mind slaving, I want it to do something. So let me feel the penalty of target player. Really let that big 13/13 monstrous creature do something. Don't cripple him just because my cards do nothing.
Yeah, so we're going to move on to the next white card that we're going to review. It is the Orzhov Advokist. So this is one of the uncommons, so obviously this will most likely get swapped out. They're not going to be super powerful at this rarity. So it is a 2 colorless and 1 white for a 1/4 that at the beginning of your upkeep, each player may choose to put 2 1/1 counters on a creature he or she controls. If a player does, creatures that player controls can't attack you or a planeswalker you control until your next turn.
This is just a card with a lot of text that doesn't actually do much.
No, like I said, this is a card that's just going to be swapped out almost of every deck that someone buys this in. You can almost find any card that is pretty much $1.
Yeah, I really don't see any place for this card. It just, yeah, you get the pump. Yeah, you can't block me. It just seems like a waste of space and a waste of time for both of us.
I mean, an uncommon, I kind of expect this, but I would have liked the card to say each opponent must put 2/1 counters on a creature they control, and then they can't attack you. So to make it a must ability instead of a may ability, the fact that you're giving your opponent the choice of putting these 1/1 counters to not attack you, which will be fine if you're already kind of slow to start. I mean, it's a 1/4. No one's going to be scared of it. So maybe they're thinking that, I'll put these 2 1/1 counters on my creature. I'm not going to attack that person anyway. So let's just start pumping up my guys and attacking other people, or just sitting there and trying to wait for their combos to go off. But I don't see much place for this, especially out of Commander. This card is almost useless.
Yeah, I have to agree. And with that, we'll move on.
So now we have Selfless Squire, a card that I think is very strong. This is going to make a very, very painful deck for someone to play against, because this is going to be the Fog Lord.
A Fog Lord, something I never thought could happen. So Selfless Squire is 3 generic and a white for a creature human soldier. That's a 1/1. It has Flash. When Selfless Squire enters the battlefield, prevent all damage that would be dealt to you this turn. Whenever damage that would be dealt to you is prevented, you may put a +1/+1 counter on Selfless Squire.
You put that many?
That many, yes. So not only does it get bigger the turn you play it, but if I play Fogs again, it gets even bigger.
Yeah, it's going to be a very fun card. I think this will be a build-around card. I wish it was legendary, but that might make it too good.
Oh, wow.
I would love to play this as a commander,
yeah,
but it's not going to.
Having a commander here, yeah, that could be a lot of fun. Being able to flash in your commander, prevent damage, that could make some really upset play groups, I got a feeling.
But this card's going to see a lot of play. In white decks that are going to play this, it's almost worth playing in every white deck. You're going to be at some point playing against someone who's going to be playing some infinite damage combo, and this just prevents all damage, not just specifically combat damage, which just makes it so much better.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You still have to watch out for loses life, things like that, but against most decks, this is going to be really powerful. The question I have is, will it see play outside of Commander?
I think it's just way too expensive to see any play in Legacy or Vintage. It is, for cost, it's just way too much. If it was maybe 3 or 2, it could see. If it was 2, it would definitely see play. But if 3, I don't.
2, okay, yeah.
I don't know.
It's a shame, but it is a card I'm definitely waiting to get my hands on, because I can see a lot of upset play groups. I can see a lot of smiles on my face when all of a sudden they go in for their big combo in. Oh, now you just made me have 1,000. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be making a Turbo Fog
deck. A Turbo Fog Commander deck. That just sounds ridiculous, and I can't wait.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun card.
For me to cry when I have to play against it.
Now we come to the Sublime Exhalation, which is the new Wrath card. It costs 6 colorless and 1 white, and has Undaunted, the new ability of the Commander 2016.
Well, one of the new abilities.
Yes, this is one of the new abilities. This is the spell costs 1 less to cast for each opponent. So either this spell will be great or it will be bad, depending on how many people you're playing. Commander groups are usually very large, so 4 or more, I would say.
So our Commander group tends to be between 4 and 6. So if I get to cast this for 1 white, I'm really happy.
Yeah, you can argue that this might be the cheapest destroy all creatures spell that there is currently in Commander, if you have enough players.
If you have
6 players additional to you, it's going to cost 1 white, and 1 white to destroy all creatures is just very strong. It does allow them to be regenerated. It is just a generic destroy, so it's not going to completely blow people out, because everyone does play kind of around those kind of effects since they're so prevalent in Commander. But I think this card's a win. It's definitely a win for Commander.
I think so too. And we all know white needs more Wrath spells, let's be honest. Because that's all they really do anyway. But that's it for the white cards in Commander. Because of these 4-color commanders, we are really experiencing a high number of multicolored cards. But if you had to pick 1 white card, what would be your 1 white winner this time?
Oh, I think it's hands down that Squire. The Selfless Squire is just so much fun. It looks so fun. I just want to play that card so bad.
I agree. That is going to be the one that I'm going to be looking at the white cards.
I just want to see someone's face when they're like, I do 10 million damage to you, and then you're like, well, I prevent all of it, now I have a 10 million.
I think it's going to cause something quite interesting. I do infinite damage. Please stop. Pick a number, because I need to know how big this guy's going to be. You gotta clarify, is it 10,000 or 10 million? Because you're not gonna win like you thought you were.
And the card does do a lot as well, because if your opponent does 10 million to everybody, this will only save you.
Yes.
So they will all still die, but then you will probably kill the other person on the crackback, because usually everyone goes all in on those combos.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it looks like a lot of fun. I really am excited about this card. I want to play it in almost all my white commander decks, really.
I have to agree there. So we are MTG Planestalkers. That is the white cards for Commander 2016. Join us next time when we talk about the blue cards.
All right, this is Sean.
And this is Rez.
We're signing off.